At all times, you are in one of the three places we're going to talk about today, and that is why growth is so freaking hard.
When I give speeches, I say, who in here wants to be healthier, wealthier, and more in love? Every hand goes up. Those are 3 full-time jobs simultaneously.
Next Level Nation, today, for episode number 2168, this is why we grow in one direction. If I look different or I sound different, it's because I'm in a hotel and there's a wedding in like 4 hours, 5 hours. So we're getting these episodes.
And you're the best man.
I'm the best man. I got a speech
You're the best.
prepared. I don't know about that, but
the
best they could find.
You're the fucking best.
You know,
with no effort.
We're going to
just
find
show
out.
up.
We're going to find out.
I'm kidding. I'm referencing an old episode. Yeah, go ahead.
Why are we talking about this today? I was watching. No, that was a rhetorical question. Tara and I were watching something, and this show is about high-powered consultants that they're all over the place, and they're into a lot of drugs and just wild situations. But one of them is very put together, and somebody said, "How do you do it all? How it seems like you have the best of everything." And she said very jokingly but seriously, I go do one thing and I try to do that one thing really well. And then eventually when I put my head up, I realize the other parts of my life are essentially burning down. And then since that part has gone really well, I go focus on the other thing. And then by default, something else burns down. And essentially it's rinse and repeat that forever. And I think this is a really good example. So when we logged on today, Alan was like, dude, where the hell are you? I was like, I'm in a hotel. The wedding is today. This morning I woke up. I got up at 6. I went down to the lobby. I worked. I did emails. Awesome. I worked from like 6 to, 10. 4 hours of just deep work. Awesome.
Big client opportunity came through.
Yep. And another opportunity. And then eventually it got to the point where it was like, okay, other things are going to burn down on the day if I don't do this. So let me finish up my best man speech. Let me check in. Let me make sure everything's good.
How is it?
I feel like it's going to be strong.
You're a professional speaker.
Well, that's kind of what scares me.
The expectations are high.
Yeah, it's like if you're a professional chef and you're cooking food for people, they expect better than if I say I don't know how to do anything.
You got some good funnies in there?
We're going to find out. Point I'm making, there's micro and there's macro. So let's say it's Monday and you have 12 hours to do something. Eventually in the day, it crosses the chasm where you should go from one thing to the next thing because it's going to get too late in the day. And I think life is that on a macro perspective.
So we did an episode 4 weeks ago. We were reading a book. This might actually be 3 or 4 months ago. We were reading a book called Reset by Dan Heath, talking about targeting the constraint. I've been talking about that a lot lately. At all times in health, wealth, and love, there is a constraint. And I can give you my current constraint in each of those buckets. My current constraint in business is my inability to... It's time. I don't have any more time. There is no more fucking time. Okay, so the number one constraint is time management, or... I just downloaded Clockify. Have you ever heard of Clockify? Yeah. Showed it to one of my clients. He recommended it. It is really cool what he's doing with this thing. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see. But I'm going to track my time, figure out where it's going, reallocate. Okay, so number one constraint is time for wealth, career, business. Number 2, relationship. My number one constraint is not closing work by 8 p.m. If I close work by 8 p.m., we have quality time, we eat dinner, we have plenty of time to connect, we catch each other up on business stuff, we get to bed on time, I wake up on time, my morning routine goes well, exercise goes well, everything. My keystone fucking habit right now is closing at 8 p.m., which feels impossible given the first one. So I made Emilia a promise that I'm going to close by 8 p.m. I'm going to do my best. I'm pretty particular about promises. So I said I'm going to do my best to close by 8 p.m. Okay. Number 3, health. My right fucking knee, man. Dude, I was doing legs earlier today. Doing some awesome lifts and just a little, all right.
Little
There's
tinge.
the end. There's the end of progression. So I was going up in weight, 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 up in reps, up in reps, up in reps. And then it was, okay, that's the max. I can't push it anymore. Otherwise I'm going to blow my shit. At all times, 24/7, 365, you have one area of your life that is growing. You have one area of your life that is coasting, and one area of your life that is basically dying, decaying, getting worse. You pick whatever label you want. Entropy states that all persons, places, things, and ideas that do not get intentionality and time and effort put into them die. This is why if you took away a CEO of a company, the company would start to decay. If you don't put energy into something, and this is why the whole passive income thing is so hard for me, because even passive income is not passive. You have to I have a lot of people that are building financial portfolios and they have passive income, but it's not passive. They have to look at their portfolio, see how it's performing, reallocate, talk to their investor, come up with a script. There's a bunch of work. There's never going to be, and we talked recently about, there is never going to be a time where you don't work. You and I work with a client who is called Retirement Transformed. They still work. And so that's kind of my point in this episode is 24/7, 365, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, while you're focused on one thing, something else is slowly decaying. And that's what building things up. If you have a home and you're out there and you just start neglecting it, it will eventually be completely rotted and destroyed. And if you don't renovate and landscape it. So time and effort need to be injected into everyone and everything in order for it to continue to grow. And the biggest mistake, last thing I'll say on this episode, or at least before I let you talk again in my bed, is I did not understand how much relationships require. Not just intimate relationships, but Kev, how low maintenance am I, dude?
The most. The most.
If you were to not talk to me as a friend for a year, would I be upset with you? I don't even think I'd be upset.
No.
As business, I would, right? And that's the goals.
Yeah.
But I now realize that, and this is, again, personal, but I hope this can resonate with some of our listeners. I had no fucking idea how high maintenance relationships are.
Takes a lot.
It's crazy. It's my birthday. You didn't wish me a happy birthday. I don't give a shit. I can't even with that stuff. But now I realize that I'm the weirdo in that.
It's, that's why I like to talk about seasons so much. That's why I like talking about seasons, because I think that's the best way to look at it. For most people, I think summer is like a relationship season.
Yeah.
I think winter is I'll focus on me type season. And I think we just jump back and forth from those.
Yeah.
I think that's a big...
Until the holidays.
Well, the holidays are family.
Yeah.
The holidays are a big family one. But I think that's the hard thing is it's a lot of pressure to know. I was on a podcast the other day and I said, unfortunately, there really is no such thing as stagnation.
Yeah, no way.
Because that suggests that time is not passing. So if time is passing, things are either improving or they're going downhill because time affects it.
Yep.
We're not in a vacuum where it's like, oh, that's fine. It doesn't matter because I didn't get any worse. Well, time, or I didn't get any better. This was funny to me. I saw a meme the other day, and under it said, finally, a piece of advice for the common man. Finally, a piece of advice for the common human. And it was, all you have to do to be financially free is take $3 million that you have already, of course, and put it into a whatever it was, like a stock thing or a bond thing that returns you 8% year over year, and you make $24,000 a month,
yeah,
and you don't have to do anything. And
let me do the numbers on that. Hold on.
I think it's 24.
So if you do 3 million times 0.08, you're making 240 a year it's 20 grand a month. 20 grand a month. So if you have $3 million and you put it into an account that grows at 8%, you will have $20,000 a month without doing anything. Passive income.
You just need $3 million.
Where do you get the $3 million?
Well, we don't have to talk about. That's not what we talk about. We talk about how when you put it somewhere, you don't have to do anything. We don't have to.
Did you see the clip that I sent you yesterday?
Which one?
I sent you one where the guy was talking about someone who says, in the last 6 months, Shopify just crushed it.
I don't think I saw that yet.
Oh, I sent you a clip of a guy who's, 6 months ago, I just started this Shopify and I'm a multimillionaire now. But if upon further research, he was doing Facebook ads for 15 years, before that, and just happens to not mention it. It's hilarious. It's like Kevin and I being like, we started podcasting and we had $100,000 a month, almost right away. I mean, it's almost easy. You should start a podcast with us. It's the dumbest shit ever.
It was only 96 months. It's not even, it's not even.
And we didn't even have to work that hard. I mean,
question for you.
It was terrible.
How does somebody get right with the amount of pressure that creates? Knowing right now, in this moment, whatever you're doing, whatever you're not pouring into is not growing, and whatever you are pouring into is growing, even if you don't want it to. Even if it's not a positive thing, even if it's not a positive relationship, even if it's not an ideal outcome. How do we get okay with that pressure?
The first thing's acceptance, accepting that everyone's in the same boat with that. I think about this a lot. A lot of people see famous people and they are envious. And I understand. That person struggles to go to the gym too. A lot of famous people are very out of shape. And I think to myself, it's not like you don't have the time and money. You obviously could figure that out, but they struggle too. So realize that no one gets everything. That helps. Accept that no one gets everything. I am trying, and so is Kev, to have it all, health, wealth, and love, but almost no one does. I think that acceptance of you're in the same boat as everybody else. Yes, we all have strengths and weaknesses. Yes, we all are born in different countries. Yes, we all have different ethnicities and cultures. But no one just wakes up happy. That's not a fucking thing. I promise. The neuroscience talks about how that's not possible. You can't just convince yourself to be happy. Happiness and fulfillment is a byproduct of growth, contribution, core values, quality of life, all these different things we talk about. There's no one who doesn't have bad days. I coach a lot of people, very successful people, very beautiful people, very wonderful people, people that are on the far end of dialed in, and they are struggling every day. So I think that's where you start. You have to start knowing that everyone you see from the outside, I could show you some clients of mine that are from the outside, they're gorgeous, they're killing it, they work really hard, they're dialed in, they're in great shape, they're in love, some of them, and they're fucking struggling so much behind the scenes. Not because they're trying to hide their struggles, but because that's life. That's actually life. Like, I look nice, you look nice, we show up here, we talk about our life, but you're not seeing how much work I put in every single day. You and I talked about longevity recently, and dude, every second of every day, I'm considering longevity. Otherwise, I know I was aging very poorly for a while there. I was very concerned. I would look in the mirror. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I've got all these wrinkles.
But see, I think that can be too much heaviness too quickly.
Well, then I would ask you. Hello, NLU listener. Thank you, as always, for listening to Next Level University. Real quick, I just want to jump in and let you know about the Next Level Dreamliner. This is a journal that I use every single day. Achieve your dreams 90 days at a time. It breaks down your dreams into goals, milestones, and daily habits. We hope you enjoy it. The link will be in the show notes.
Whatever the constructive dose is what I would say. If for the first time you're really thinking about it, like, okay, I think not consciously, from a fundamental understanding, I understand that if I'm not at the gym, I'm probably not building muscle. It's like, cool. I understand that if I'm not tracking my finances, I'm not maximizing my capability when it comes to finances. Cool. Right? Good. And then the next question is, how quickly do you pivot from one thing to the other when the alarm, it's probably not even that. What are the alarm bells that suggest that you need to pivot from one thing to the next thing?
I think your emotions are a signal telling you when to pivot. Recently, I've been getting the alarm bells of, I'm investing too much in other people and not enough in my relationship. And I could tell.
How?
Emotional intelligence. but I think our emotions are trying to say, hey, this is my truth, okay? Take it for what it is. I think my highest self, and I'll paraphrase, but it says, Alan, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on, you're better than this. What the fuck are you thinking? Get it together, man. That's what my highest self says to me. Like, how long are you going to let this ride? Every day, we all deal with that. It's not just me, right? I mean, every single second of every single day, my highest self is saying, Alan, what are we doing here?
I don't think for most people it's every single second of every day, no.
Well, one thing that I'll share is it depends on your standards and your goals. So the higher your goal is, the higher your standards have to be. Your highest self is saying that shit more than ever, right? Yeah. Okay. Then you go. You explain it.
I don't even know.
Like, does it say, hey, Kev, get at it. What the fuck are we doing here? Get in the gym. Like, of course it does, right?
Yeah, but also the business one is louder.
Yeah, exactly. So you listen to the business one first and then, right?
Yeah.
Because
I would say right now, health is the lowest.
And then eventually that'll shift.
The problem is it almost never does. It almost never does. Like,
well, then
I had
you need
a moment
to set a goal or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to set a conflicting goal. I had a moment today where Alan texted me or sent an audio message and he was going to the gym. And I was like, all right, he's most likely going to be running behind. I have extra time to do stuff. I don't want to not get up at 6, so I do it at the detriment of sleep. Like, I got up at 6 this morning. We went to bed at whatever. It wasn't super late, but.
How do you know you won't regret that? I'm not asking because I'm assuming you will. I'm asking because I think that's the contemplation here.
Because it's almost like in my mind, that is the price I must pay for certain experiences that you might not, the collective you out there.
Okay, what's an example?
For me or for the collective you? Like, I have to get up at 6. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You don't have to, but in your mind, you have to.
Yeah, internally I do. I have to.
Okay, but that internal is based on a goal.
It's based on a goal, but and it's also based on, I think I would, every time I sleep in, I regret it. Almost every time.
Why? I'm not actually asking why as an attack. I'm asking why as in, let's unpack it.
Because I feel like I could have done more and I could have done better.
Which is predicated on a goal. Unconscious. One thing I'll share with everybody, I was on with a client yesterday, and I said, she was unpacking all this stuff that was going on with her family. I'll keep it anonymous, of course. And I've been coaching her for probably 4 years now or something, which is crazy. Yeah. And we only touch base once a month, so a lot of it is unpacking. And I opened monthly coaching again, by the way, because I know some people want to coach but can only afford the once a month. So reach out if you want monthly. And then hopefully we can earn more money and then ramp up, because obviously monthly is not ideal. Okay. She was unpacking all this stuff with her family, and I said, isn't it interesting how you and I have grown over the years to let go of being the glue for our families? Because unconsciously as a kid, I took on the responsibility for my family to have a bigger, better, brighter future. That was my vision. My vision was we're all going to have a wonderful life. And I mean, it was fucking not true, but it was my vision. Now, I could have made that happen, but it would have been at the detriment of my other dreams. And I think letting go of some visions is how you free yourself to serve other goals. And
that's exactly how I feel.
Goals.
That's exactly how I feel about this. There is going to have to be a level of sacrifice. Okay. If you have an opportunity to do something, like this is me talking to me. If you have an opportunity to do something and you don't want to sacrifice the opportunity of doing that thing, when you go do that thing, you're going to have to find a way to make a sacrifice somewhere. Mm-hmm. And for me...
How do you know what to sacrifice? Because in this case, you sacrifice sleep, which could be sacrificing longevity.
That is what my go-to.
Do you think that's optimal?
What else would I do? I
don't
sacrifice sleep and exercise.
This is what we would do in coaching. This is what I'm doing in coaching at all times. It's called multidisciplinary optimization. How the hell are you supposed to get great sleep? I tell Emilia this all the time. I can't be a great homeowner and a great business owner and a great partner and a great pet dad and a great leader and world-class in fitness and world-class speaker and world-class coach and never miss an episode. And there's too many, man.
I'm running on a 62 sleep score.
Yeah, it's not great.
But
and live to 120.
see, that's you and I had a
age
discussion
well,
about that, and I said that's
and be
not
best friends with everybody. Yeah,
I'm not optimizing for 120.
I know. That was me being playful with you.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
but you are legitimately. I'm not.
It is definitely ridiculously difficult to balance. That's why I think you and I talked behind the scenes. Last thing I know, we got to jump. I have decided in advance to be villainized because I know it's not going to be understood. Most of the things that I do are predicated on a goal no one can see, and none of it will make any sense until later. What's going on, Kev? Kevin his face looks like something is potentially wrong. Something has happened to his microphone. I have to sail us on out of here. Can you still hear me, Kevin? I don't think Kevin can hear me.
Absolute mayhem over here.
Can you hear me, good sir? Nice. All right, let's sail us on out of here, man. It was working.
My mic is not working.
No, it's working.
Okay, it's not.
It's
showing up.
working.
Okay. I didn't hear anything you said. I'm sure it was super freaking valuable.
It was mostly production team. Leave all that in. It's all good. I think we're good. I was holding space well. This is a good example of Kevin is investing in a relationship. He's the best man at a wedding, and our podcast is suffering in real time, and that is life. Now, I'm not making you feel bad about that. At the end of the day, everything is a choice. You choose. You choose what you value. If you're not clear on your core values, what happened to me will happen to you. I was everything for everyone. I was popular. This will be the last thing we'll go. When I focused on being liked, I didn't like my life and I didn't like myself. Because being liked is a full-time job. I downloaded a book once called The 36 Ways to Be Likeable. I deleted it immediately. This book might as well be How to Be Completely Full of Shit, Inauthentic, and Wildly Unfulfilled. That might as well have been the fucking title.
Well, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I remember reading that. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
It is worse than I thought. Yeah, I think there's some principles in there that are good for sales. But agreed, you got to take it with a grain of salt because you might lose yourself.
I'm telling you right now, some of those old books are fucking terrible. And nobody else is going to tell you that. You're going to meet an entrepreneur. And
some of them are garbage. Some of them are garbage.
Most of them
130 million books ever published, according to Google in 2010.
They can't all be winners.
Most of them, a lot of them are garbage, yeah.
But it makes sense. I mean, how many movies are made? How many are...
100%. One.
All right. Next Level Nation. If you are looking for an amazing group to help you get to the next level, we have Next Level Nation. It's very appropriately named, a private Facebook group. We'll have the link in the show notes for that. And 130 million books, is that what you said?
130 million.
We have not gone through all 130 million of those books in the Next Level Book Club. We are making our way through, and it looks like the next book is going to be Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke.
This book is freaking awesome. If you're struggling on how to decide what to do and what not to do, this is the book. She is a world-class poker player, and she talks about how to make effective decisions based on probability. What is the probability that your future is going to be big and bright if you don't read books? Again, hypothetical question, but join us on Book Club. The link will be in the show notes every Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether everyone shows up or no one, we will be there every single Saturday because we do not miss growth.
As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are as committed as you say you are to getting to the next level, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we will literally be here every single day, even if I'm at a hotel getting ready for a wedding.
Keep reaching for your full potential. Next Level Nation.